Hi, everybody. Thank you for watching this recording. I am so sorry I'm not going to be there on Monday the 12th. I had an unexpected absence. I have to go take care of a few things, but I will be back on Tuesday. But I wanted to make sure that you had this recording because we are talking about the Unit 2 test. I can't believe that Unit 2 test is already here, but think about this. We're already midway through February, so we are getting through this semester very quickly. All right, this is my time to rise. Excellence is not an act, but a habit. This is my time to work hard, to learn, to achieve, to grow, to prepare, and to have joy in my accomplishments. This is AZVA in pursuit of excellence, and my time is now. All right, our objective for today, together we will go over some of the questions and concepts in the Unit 2 test. We will then use that knowledge to study and complete the test. So, since I'm recording this on Sunday night, you'll be watching this obviously, on Monday morning. So your Unit 2 test is due today. So hopefully you are watching this before you take your test, just like for Unit 1. Some of these questions you may see, some of them you may not, but the concepts should be similar. And if you score a low score on this test, don't worry, we will have a reteach on it just like we did for Unit 1. All right, so question number 1. So this is a very short text right here. It starts with congratulations. Congratulations. As you know, the position for which you are applying requires superlative problem-solving skills in a variety of arenas, and the ability to think critically on the fly is essential. To evaluate your ability in this area, the practical portion of the interview process consists of a series of locked room puzzles. You will need to use all of your ingenuity to find the key to unlocking each room. There are 6 rooms total. 4 of the rooms will have individual time limits, while the remaining 2 rooms will be untimed. You will be observed by the interview team for a remote location, and your progress through the rooms will be recorded. So that's a really short piece of text that you will definitely be seeing on your test. And I totally just showed you the correct answer because I had to move the recorder down so you could see all the questions. So we can still take time to look at this. So which statement best reflects how the language in this passage serves the author's purpose? So when you see something like this, you're looking for the author's purpose. Why did the author write this paragraph? What is the purpose? Why do we need to know this information? So the correct answer is it allows the author to convey information clearly in a formal and professional way. And I want you to think about, why is this a formal way to speak, to write? What are some things you see that are formal? Something to think about, there's a lot of big words, right? Talking about an interview. Explaining to the reader that they already know specific information and this is for an interview. So it's explaining what's happening next in a very professional and formal way. Think about when you guys wrote your letters, especially to people that were not your family members or friends. You wanted to act very formal, very serious. So, looking at this, what evidence shows us purpose? So, looking at this text right here, I want you to think about which pieces of evidence show us the purpose. So, I would start with thinking about the very beginning, as you know. So, the reader is supposed to have already known about this upcoming interview. Evaluating your ability in this area. It's explaining why they're going to do this certain task. And they're explaining to you very specifically what they're asking you to do. They're asking you to complete locked room puzzles and it's giving you a specific total of rooms. And it's not giving you the answer either, right? It's just explaining to you in a very formal way what is expected of you in the next portion of the interview. All right, question number 2. Which sentence best fits at the beginning of this paragraph? So once again, this is our congratulations paragraph, which you will see on your test. So which sentence best fits at the beginning? Our intention at this juncture is to scrutinize your intellectual capacity and creative prowess. B. We are really happy to let you know that we think you're pretty clever. C. You displayed a depth of knowledge in your initial interviews that is extremely impressive. Or D. You seem way smarter than a lot of people. So looking at number 1, we talked about how the purpose was very formal and professional. So there are already 2 of these choices that are not professional or formal. So think about it this way. Which 2 sentences would you want to take away from A, B, C, and D that you wouldn't want someone else that has a higher power than you, so say the principal or a boss or even a teacher, which ones would be taken away if you're trying to be professional? And there's going to be 2 left that are very similar. Excuse me. And the answer is C. You displayed a depth of knowledge in your initial interviews that is extremely impressive. So we like this answer because it does have that formal and professional tone. And it's explaining to the reader, we understand and can see that you have great depth of knowledge. And now we're going to test you in another way. So these both complete this paragraph. All right. So the second part will have this excerpt, and with my video that I'm recording, it doesn't look like it's covering all of it, so you do need to just listen. Mr. Bills, the director of the school play, just delivered unbelievable news to the entire cast and crew. This year, now today, I am no longer exclusively working with the backstage crew. I took a chance, auditioned it, and now I, Gabriela Sanchez, am the understudy for the lead. And it's a juicy role. Granted, it's just the understudy, but I've got to be ready every night, just like Willow Chambers, who plays the lead. Willow is an excellent actress, and she's won every part that she's ever auditioned for, but if she ever gets sick, I'm in. Obviously, I do not want Willow to get sick, because she is a very kind, generous girl who always is willing to paint some backdrops or go thrifting for a prop. But if she does catch one of the nasty viruses floating around Drama Club, I will have to save the play. Okay, so I still have to work backstage with the sets, costumes, and make sure the actors have what they need. But now I've also got to be ready at a moment's notice to take the stage, recite my lines convincingly, and perform just like a real, regular stage actress. Can you imagine what that's like? It's practically Shakespearean. Think of the dramatic potential. Unknown young woman waiting patiently in the wings for that chance, that small, fateful chance to be discovered. As I said, I definitely don't want anything to happen to Willow. But if something unfortunate should happen to her, say she catches the flu or breaks her arm or something, I gotta go in her place. The stage waits for no one because, as the old saying goes, the show must go on. Maybe I'll get discovered by a talent agent or a producer or something. I mean, I do live in New York, the theater center of the universe, and someone in the play may have an uncle or a cousin who's in show business, so it's possible. Anyway, back to Shakespeare. That's who we're doing this year, performing his tragic play Romeo and Juliet. I can just see me there on the balcony, all lovely in my long flowing gown, wistfully speaking those lines, "Oh, Romeo, Romeo, where art thou, Romeo?" I'd be good at Juliet, too, and I'd be the sun, just like Romeo says, glowing, shining, his light in the dark. How romantic is that? And Romeo would be so enchanted by me. But back to reality. Because I'm only the understudy and not the star. Not yet, anyway. I'm so glad Mr. Bill encouraged me to audition. He could see past my prosthetic leg, see my hidden talent trying to burst forth, and see that I could do more than help the actors with a quick costume change. Understudy is a small step, but understudies have gone on to become famous in show business on both stage and screen. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. I may never even get on the stage. Still, I'll have to thank Mr. Bilge for encouraging me and saying that I am more than a stagehand, prosthetic leg and all. Blogging off, Gabriella. Alright, so question number 3. Select a sentence that shows that Gabriella is worried that someone might mistake her aspirations for personal success with jealousy of someone's success. So this is a different question because it's asking you to look for a sentence. So it's asking you to look for the sentence that shows that someone might mistake her aspirations, so her goals, for personal success with jealousy of someone else's success. So the excerpt they pick, can you imagine what it's like? It's practically Shakespearean. Think of the dramatic potential, unknown young woman waiting patiently in the wings for that chance, that small fateful chance to be discovered. As I said, I definitely don't want anything to happen to Willow. But if something unfortunate should happen to her, say she catches the flu or breaks her arm or something, I get to go in her place. The stage waits for no one because, as the old saying goes, the show must go on. Maybe I'll get discovered by a talent agent or a producer or something. So which sentence shows that maybe she wants that personal success and it shows a little bit of jealousy? So take a moment and think about which sentence shows that maybe she does want something bad to happen because she's jealous. And the answer is, as I said, I definitely don't want anything to happen to Willow, but if something unfortunate should happen to her, say she catches the flu or breaks her arm or something, I get to go in her place. So it does talk about at the beginning that she doesn't want her to get hurt, but at the very end, it does say, I get to go in her place. Also, the big word but is in the middle. I don't want anything to happen to Willow, but if something unfortunate should happen to her, say she catches the flu or breaks her arm or something, I get to go on. So she may not mean this, but someone may be able to mistake this sentence for her actually wanting something bad to happen. Question number 4. How does Gabriella's allusion to Romeo and Juliet in the sentence affect the passage? I'd be a good Juliet too, and I'd be the sun, just like Romeo says, glowing, shining his light in the dark. And this is where I want you to think of what an illusion is, and we're going to go over illusions in just a moment, but I want you to think about what an illusion is. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording, and I'm going to do a part 2 video, so I'm going to let the clock run just for a few more seconds, and we will start with the answer in just a moment.